All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Rock and Roll Geezer Show. I'm your host, Murph. Of course, we got all the rock news you need to know every week. And boy, this week, another weird week. It's been a weird week altogether, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm talking about. But we got uh, Steve Perry's in the news in a weird way. Queen again, Skid Row in the news. A weird notice on a festival that we have to discuss. Killers, Kiss, and all sorts of good stuff going on there. A lot going on. A lot of weird stuff going on this week. We'll discuss further, but I can't discuss it by myself. I gotta have my buddy come in there. That'd be Doc Vox there. How you doing there, Doc Aroni?
Hey, doing as well as everybody else, man. Yeah, it's been a crazy week, so definitely time to take a break from the real news and get into the wacky news of
Oh,
rock and roll here.
oh
And
yeah,
yeah,
jeez.
man, we do this every week, give you wacky and interesting stories. And the first one we got is definitely falls into each of those categories.
This is a weird one, brother. This pertains to that would be none other than Steve Perry. There he is. But it's not about him himself. This really bugs the hell out of me. This really pisses me off. Headline reading from NME: Journey fan loses $122,000 to a Steve Perry impersonating scammer. And then the sub headline: the woman sent money to various persons in various different states. So, holy cow, this is sad too. 75 years old. You know, scam. These people are the worst. But yeah, she was scammed at 122 grand. Uh, Lives in Ohio. I don't imagine she's super rich, but she'd been messaging this cat who claims to be Perry himself since January. And he told her, he has a business opportunity and that he, quote, needed a woman in his life.
Yeah, no
Okay,
red
right,
flags
time
there.
out.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no red flags there, huh? Oh, this is so sad. Jeez, who knows? She may be,
First of all, who needs a woman in their life? No, no.
oh, well, she could be in the state of a mind of some other elder folks we know, and to be taken advantage of that, taken advantage of like that, it's just unbelievable. But the fact, yeah, why isn't somebody watching this lady? Hopefully, boy, this just is so upsetting. Because actually online, when I go to YouTube, YouTube is such it's a curse and a blessing. And the blessing part is you get to see all these scam videos where actual hackers, professional hackers, go after the scammers. And they end up turning on a computer and wiping out all their files and stuff. And they're just the worst people on earth, these scammers. And here we go, man. She said 72 grand via bank wire transfers to quote various persons in various different states designated by Perry. Ah, this is so sad. Wow.
So what? It's like hey, you send 10,000 to this guy in Missouri, you send 15 to this guy in Nevada, this guy in
Oh,
Philadelphia needs 17,000. You know what?
and here you go. Additionally, she sent over 50 grand in gift cards
That's always
to
a
the
red flag.
Perry imposter gift card. Jeez, while when the scammer asked for photos of her IDs and quote became quote more demanding, the woman realized that she was perhaps being conned. Perhaps after the pair went their separate ways. Oh, they're separate. They got that in quotes. After
Yeah.
the pair went their separate ways, the woman reported the impersonator to the police, but the police told her file a complaint with the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center. Yeah, there you go. A circular file. That's what they'll do with that report. The FBI, they're just great at
Well, hopefully
investigating
this
these
will
things.
catch enough attention that
Ah,
we'll look into it. And I have no idea how they track these guys down or anything, but man, it
eh,
seemed like he just kept going to the well too many times there, man, and just
yeah.
getting more demanding to
Well,
the point.
well, he pulled 122 grand out of her, so he did pretty good for one person. Hell, he could
Yeah.
have a couple more people on the line. And the funny thing about not the thing about this article here is, that police told her to file a complaint, blah blah, all serious. She's totally got destroyed. And the next thing, the real Steve Perry, meanwhile, is contemplating a return to music. Gets all
Right.
cheery
Yeah,
and
he's
oh boy,
oblivious. Yeah.
he's so great. He said, "I'm very excited about it, and I'll have an opportunity very soon to work with these very, very musical, creative people." So he's even planning on putting out some new music. Hell with you, lady, and 122 grand. This article just totally trashes that, goes in a whole
Yeah.
different
Right.
direction.
I think
And
it's the important stuff. Yeah.
and of
But
course, it goes on, earlier this year, Journey's classic hit "Don't Stop Believin" was named the biggest song of all times, and by Forbes. And he's freaking out about that. To be part of such a moment as this made me reflect on my parents. By that I mean, though I lost both of them years ago, I was so happy for them because they are truly the reason this is happening. Ah, this is great. Still, what about the lady? Gosh, how horrible. 122. Boy, I wish I had 122 grand to throw around, Geez, would that be nice? Man.
yeah,
It's,
who knows what her situation is or how, what
yeah,
kind of hardship
jeez.
that put her in. But,
Boy, oh boy.
I saw on this story that there were the comments, it was like modern day ambulance chasers, man. It was like all these people contact me to get your money back. I can get your money back. I can get you,
Oh,
just
these,
all of the dudes just bombarded with get scammed. I can help you get your money back. It was
it's
unbelievable.
the worst. See, that's the worst of America right there. That's the worst of the internet is crap like that. You know, uh, yeah, because they're all scam artists too. It's all full of scam artists, and it's pretty easy
But
to
how's that
pick
work?
out at this point.
Hey, I'm Steve Perry. I got a business opportunity for you. And what is it? I needed a woman. I need a
I need a
woman in
woman
my
in my
life.
life. Wow.
How about you,
Holy cow.
75-year-old lady from Ohio? You fit the bill. Yeah.
Yeah, holy
Yeah.
cow. This is just sad. It's so sad. I don't know, hopefully her name doesn't get released or anything because that'd be just
I
too
wonder if he like
embarrassing.
used Journey lyrics and woo you. I'll love you faithfully with open arms, and a
Right
little
through the
love and
heart.
touch and squeezing. you
Wow.
know,
Well, and it's so much easier to do these days now too. Especially with the internet. It's harder to do back in the old days. It's hard to rip something off when you got when you got the government involved mail wise, because mail fraud, they used to take that stuff
yeah,
real big back then. People went to prison a long, long time for mail fraud. So yeah, and now they just got a few buttons on the computer on the keyboard, and boom, they snag in some old lady. How horrible! But at least Steve's gonna go on tour. That's
yeah,
great. That's good to know. Good article. Thanks,
yeah. I'm
folks.
sure this guy told her to don't stop believing too. Keep sending me the money.
Oh, oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
that's
gosh.
really weird. Now here's a
You know
twist.
what it reminds me of before we
What?
go on? I don't know if people remember this back. Oh my gosh, late '80s, very late '80s, very early '90s, maybe. There was a deal where there was a Peter Chris imposter,
I've heard about that.
and
Yeah.
he was on the beach somewhere in California or something, and trying to bum money. And that was back when Roseanne Barr was with Tom Arnold. And they came across him. And they kind of took him under the wing and helped him out, give him all, thinking it was Peter Chris that lost his way. You don't know what he looked like. He was in makeup all the time. And I think they had him on Donahue or something. Once they found him out, they had Roseanne and Tom and the guy and Peter Chris were all on there.
Oh,
But
oh,
that's not the first time people kind of try to impersonate famous people. To
oh man, that's
somehow
great.
people fall for it, man. I don't know. Has there
That's
ever been a case where like a famous person like that legitimately was out like begging for money? Probably, but
yeah,
highly
boy, oh boy.
unlikely.
Yeah,
Highly unlikely.
Peter
So,
Chris of all the people. Jeez.
well, he
Yeah.
probably figured, hey, he's not with the band anymore. People just know him from makeup. Hey, I could say I'm Peter Chris. But
Well, it's fun.
anyway,
Back in the late '70s, I was with a band, and we were looking for a singer, and this guy came up and said he used to sing for Stars. You ever heard of the group Stars? I got one of their
vaguely.
albums. Yeah, yeah, I one of their albums, and
Stars
in
with a Z.
Z Stars with a
Yeah,
Z,
yeah, yeah.
Stars. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, and right away I knew he wasn't because he probably didn't realize any of us had the record because I think they were from out east or something. But
Right?
I called him out and I said, "Man,
Yeah,
when
right.
did you play
Pre-internet
with them?
guys
Because
used to try to pull that
I've
crap
got
all
the
the time.
album. I got the album. When did you play? Oh well, and then he just started bullshitting on, and so I knew right away that imposter, imposter, and it didn't turn out good. He did not.
Yeah,
He
like I
did
said,
not.
pre-internet, you come across those guys all the time, man.
Oh gosh.
But
Here's the cool
anyway,
thing, though. Here's the cool thing about the legendary Queen. There they are, Queenie. Yeah. Headline from NME: Queen tribute band curated by Brian May and Roger Taylor announce a 2025 UK and Ireland tour. So hey, it's gonna be a Queen extravaganza, a QX, if you will. It's going to be the Queen Extravaganza, the official tribute band of rock legends Queen, are set to embark on a UK and Ireland tour. Yar! In 2025. And so, yeah, they're doing 25 venues to mark the 50th anniversary of Bohemian Rhapsody. And wow, the thing is, it's produced with the full backing of Roger Taylor and Brian May. So they just got tired of playing it. They're going to make they're going to make some good money off of it. And the fact that they handpicked the players,
right?
this will probably be I hope they'll hit the states, but this would probably be something pretty cool to see because yeah, there's a lot of music there that they could really put a magnificent production to. So. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I just kind of wonder if this is going to be a new trend, instead of the avatars, where your band goes on in perpetuity. Now you get different players, and like I said, this is not just a cover band, an extension of the Queen family. They're
Yeah.
saying so. It's kind of one of those things where I don't know, kind of Blue Man Group. I kind of think that we're just bringing the next ones, and you know,
Wow. Yeah.
yeah, it's not Queen, it's not the band, but for the next generation, I guess better somebody that they chose and to carry it on than it's kind of an official cover band, I guess, kind of officially licensed or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
Taylor
see it's
says.
probably a
Yeah.
new trend, man.
Taylor says we handpicked the most incredible musicians for Queen Extravaganza, and they do a fantastic job honoring our songs, honoring with a U, of course. It's a great show, designed to celebrate the legacy of Queen for fans of all ages. And so, yeah, that's got to wait till next year. They're starting out in January, starting out a good old Liverpool. Hey, get the
There
mods
you
and the
go.
rockers. Yeah. And all over the place. So yeah.
Gorgeous,
February,
man.
they're February very busy. Christ Almighty, it looks like they got almost a gig every other day. So it's going to be a busy thing, and I'm sure it's going to do well. And I imagine it'll hit the states. How can it not? Because this is where the big money is. See, the thing about concerts over in Europe is you can't just jump. I don't think you can just jump from country to country. I imagine you got to have passports and shit. Where over here in the states, it's like here's 48,
Right.
possibilities right here without having to go through all the BS.
Well, that's why we're here so much tougher to tour over there and logistically wise and everything. But you know what though, it just dawned on me, man. Hasn't Foreigner kind of been doing this?
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
really? I mean, really,
Well,
right? I mean,
well, I know. I imagine they did some of the original members hand pick the replacements to say this
well,
is
I'm
how.
guessing Mick Jones. I mean, he,
Well, yeah,
picked
I
everybody in the
guess,
band, and
but
by
I don't look at it that
attrition, now there's nobody
spectacularly.
left.
I don't look at it that spectacularly, Doc. I just don't. Not Foreigner. I think are they coming back this year? I don't know. Or is it REO and Sticks? All the other two, they're coming back to Tinley Park. I don't care. I don't care about that anymore. Friday though, yeah, we are
REO
going
was
to
just in Aurora, man.
who that?
The REO was just in Aurora over the weekend, I think, at the River's Edge. So
No, I'll pass. Yeah, me and a friend, we're heading over to Limp Bizkit on Saturday night, so that'll be interesting. I predict a crazy concert because it just seems like it's going to be that way. But yeah, and then in March, the Queen thing, they end up in London in March. So you watch next year. They're right now. They're lining up the American tour. Probably March, probably start in April. That'll give them the most of March off to brush up and shit. So you watch for the Queen extravaganza. I'm guessing starting in April next year. Come through the states. That'll be
yeah,
cool
like I
though.
said, I kind of see this as a new trend, and kind of see how long these guys stay. Is it going to be the same four guys for the foreseeable future, or is it going to be, kind of a stepping stone kind of job where they move on to something else and get in a new guy? Or I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, and other people doing the same thing or not. So
Hell yeah. Speaking of not doing the same thing, these guys, I just still don't get the Skid Row. Skid Row looking for another lead singer, a new lead singer. And of course, Sebastian Bach is not an option. That's rock celebrities uh, headline there, and they just had Lizzie Hale sing those four things.
right.
Why haven't they been intensely rehearsing somebody for the last 3 months or however long they've known that they're the last lead singer?
Yeah, they probably just got off the tour, and just kind of, have their little break or whatever they typically do, and then probably figured they'd, come at it with a fresh point of view when they all had a break. But yeah, they're saying, well, Eric Gronwall,
Right, right.
he left for health reasons, and they still had what was a handful of gigs, 4 gigs I think left on the book. So Lizzie Hale stepped in for those, and there's
Kicked
been
ass.
speculation who's it going to be. And
Oh
Sebastian
boy.
Bach, he wants it so bad, man. He wants it so badly. He
Yeah.
talks about it all the time. All he's doing is just still doing, how people change. He's talking, all this kind of thing he wants. But they're like, no, dude, no, anybody but him,
All
basically.
all three of them, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Because he must bring so much negative energy, even at this point. It must have been so bad in the day because all three of them are adamant. No, geez,
yeah.
that would because they want to have a good time, and as long as you're having a good time, you're not really working. But if you got a jerk off lead singer, who just got bad mojo around him, obviously he does, or he'd been, the only thing that he's made his name with, didn't he have, some reality show on MTV or VH1
Oh,
or
yeah, yeah. They
something?
had that super group thing they had there with
Oh,
him and Nugent and Scotty Ian.
and,
That's right. I
and
forgot about that.
he's just really, he must be very, very hard to work with. And but he at the same time, Skid Row goes through singers like the guy with a bad back goes through Doan's pills, and so it just seems like bad mojo forever. And I hope they made their money because I don't think there's going to be a lot of money to be made from Skid Row at this point. They're going to be
See,
hopping to
that's the
the
thing, man. If they took him in, the ticket sales
that's their
would,
best hope.
tenfold
It'd
probably.
be their best hope to get
You know,
something going, but they're just too damn
but
stubborn.
they're like, no, dude, we are totally divorced from this guy, man. We wash our hands. We wash our hands and our feet of this guy. Nothing
Yeah,
to do with him.
and the back, of
But a
course,
lot of the comments, I'm sorry, a lot of the comments from people are pro Bach. They want to see him back almost
well,
exclusively. So
yeah, just for old, good
he's
old
just that
time's
much of a
sake.
dick.
But yeah, that's the problem. This is their last chance, you old fucks. Pardon my French, but yeah, it's their last chance to make any kind of serious money and hear big crowds cheering them on. Hell, they could hop on a tour with Lord knows who, Journey, Def Leppard. I mean, just play the packed houses every night. But no, no, it must be the hate between them must be so severe. Yeah, of
So
course,
intense, man. That's
Bach
crazy.
on Instagram, after the tour, after they had done with their tour, shortly after there, apparently Bach ended his solo tour, and he put out on there, San Diego, tonight is the last show of the tour. This is show 42. Zero cancellations, zero whining, but lots of drinking. So of course he got
Yes,
to
he's obsessed with what they're
he
doing,
he
man.
he just can't leave it alone. That's why they're saying no way. Look at this shit. I mean, really, he's never gonna change. He's just a jagoff. So, he gets treated like a jagoff then, as far as I'm concerned, man. But yeah, nope, nope. Sorry. And like you say, this is their one chance. Look at what the classic rock bands are making. The packing the houses. They could hop onto a main act and
Oh, I can see him touring with Motley Crue, man, big time. I can see that tour happening.
oh, oh man, the total mayhem tour. Nobody knows what
Guns N' Roses, I can see that
ah
tour.
Nuns and Moses. Yeah, yeah. But boy, not gonna happen. Dumbasses. Good. Well, you deserve y'all deserve
Right?
the crap you brought onto yourself. Jeez, idiots, dopes. big fat dopes. So, oh, this is distressing. This is really so. Where is it? There it is. The wireless festival. Oh, that really looks spectacular, doesn't it? Doc, it looks just
It's like a fine time.
magnificent. Great wireless festival. Oh boy, I bet this is freedom personified. But then you look into the headline we got here from the good people of modernity, and it says that the wireless festival is going to search attendees for quote offensive clothing that promotes cultural appropriation. This is this is like it's got to be. And I don't think this
We're
is a
there,
joke
man.
site.
There it is.
This isn't the Onion or anything. It's a Babylon Bee. But
No,
apparently, ticket holders showing up. It's a rap and hip hop event over
in
there
London.
in Finsbury Park, London. Will be scrutinized for clothing, garments, items which promote cultural appropriation, with such items presumably being confiscated. Oh my gosh. The information on Wireless's website does not specify which items of clothing fall under the ban, raising questions over whether the prohibition extends to sombreros or what is that? Those scarves, cafe
Yeah,
scarves, a symbol of the
Buffy.
Palestinian cause. So yeah, if they ban those, half the audience isn't going to even get in. So according to this article, so what the heck? And apparently, speculation is that the organizers are going to follow a similar policy to the Reading Festival, which banned people from wearing sombreros because they might have offended Mexicans. Are you kidding me? There's a reason for sombreros. If it's a hot sunny day, the wide brim keeps the sun off of base on damn pretty much your shoulders too. But
Yeah, they're more utilitarian than
yes,
they are a fashion
yes.
statement, man. I mean, they're yeah, you
Jeez
know,
Almighty,
could
it
be a
just
fashion statement too, I suppose. But yeah,
oh my
apparently all the
gosh,
Mexicans over in London were offended. I can't imagine that's a huge population over there, but
holy
I bet they weren't. It's just other people offended for them, as it usually is.
holy cow,
But
governor, or whatever they talk. I don't
yeah, I
know.
don't know how that would work, man. Mexican English accent.
Nope,
But
I'm not even gonna try it. Wow, that's just crazy though.
yeah, I guess yeah, they were wearing a lot of sombreros at the Reading Fest. Is it Reading or Reading? And
Reading, I guess, yeah.
kind of in anticipation of this one, they put it now. They put it under the whole umbrella of cultural appropriation, which
Wow.
is this how they take your rights away, man. This how they little
Well, and
under the guise of appropriate. Now you can't wear that. Now you can't wear that. You can't.
boy,
Where does it stop?
the
I mean,
newspaper
you
even
can't have that
suggests,
hairdo. I
yeah,
mean,
the
come
white
on.
it suggests that white people wearing their hair in dreadlocks may be frowned upon as offensive to black people, despite dreadlocks having originated in ancient Egypt. There you go. Oh, this is wow. That's going to be a gas, boy. That's real. Well, it is London,
That
though. I
sounds like a
mean,
good time. Yeah, it's kind of
I
festival
don't
out there
think that
too.
would. I don't think that would jive over here. I don't think that would turn out real well if they tried to do that. If I show up with my Iggy T-shirt and they're offended because
Okay,
it may offend people who don't wear shirts. I don't know. What the hey?
okay. So this is in London, England.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hip hop and rap festival.
Right.
They're worried about cultural appropriation. It's
Good.
just dripping in irony, man. This
True
is
there.
just you come
That's
on,
all
man.
they do is rip off licks from other artists and their music.
Well,
Rip
that
off.
way, and I mean, how many hip hop artists are from London? I mean, it's an African American art form, and they're having this festival in London, which yeah, that's not cultural appropriation right there. The fact of that festival existing is not cultural appropriation.
Wow, good call, man. Good call.
Whatever.
Gosh, persons
But it'd be
suspected of
interesting if they stopped the what do they call them, the kafafis. That's what I call the
Kafafi. Okay,
Palestinian
right.
towel. Are they
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
stopping that too, or is that a show of solidarity? Or
Oh boy, see that's
what I mean? There's always these little avenues, a little geez, it
well,
never ends.
yeah.
It
It
never
just
ends.
there's always unintended consequences too. And persons suspected of carrying items that may be used in offensive or dangerous manner, or carrying out illegal activities within the arena or other parts of the site may be searched at any time. Boy, that sounds
See,
like
there
a
you
great
go. That's how
time.
they do it, man. That's how they
That
do it.
that just wow. Wow.
If I'm wearing my Bob Marley shirt, I'm gonna get, sir, we're gonna have to have that shirt. You can't,
You're not getting
you're not
in, yeah.
Rastafari. You're gonna have to wear that.
Wow. It's just gotten out of control. It's just insane. Uh, but what do you do, man? These people are basically out of their freaking minds. So thank
Well,
God we're
remember we
not in
just had the
London.
story, was it last week, with Noel Gallagher talking about Glastonbury's gotten too woke, and there's so the festivals over there apparently are all in on this kind of
Uh, yeah. These people, wow. Really, you know, I could wear my Superman shirt, to a concert, but then they would say, "Well, you don't look like Superman, and you're insulting to people who are
I mean,
fit.
yeah, right. Where does it end?
You're not fit, so you must take your shirt off. No, you don't want to see that,
Are,
gay
are they
people."
selling any kind of tacos or any kind of Italian cuisine or anything at this festival? I wonder.
I hope not. Yeah.
Better
Oh,
just be bangers and
just
mash, man.
just
There in London.
crappy English food.
Yeah,
Yeah, meat pies and crap like
yeah.
that. Yeah, bangers and mashed fish and
Haggis and whatever.
soggy chips. Just garbage food they expect in the back alleys, just like we used to see in the old days, like movies, Oliver and stuff like that. And
Some gruel.
yeah, gruel. Yeah, they ate a lot of gruel over there. So yeah, I imagine
Gruel
there's
and grog. Yeah.
the gruel and grog. There's not much appropriation going on there. But England just went far left. We'll see what's going on there. Well, a lot of people pissed off of the Brexit. When they exited the European Union.
Right.
So they just had an election. They went way left. So we'll see how it works out. But right now, boy, from what we've been reading over there, the music scene's a total disaster with all these festivals canceling,
Yeah.
struggling. Man, just wow.
And they seem to be self sabotaging, now. I
A
mean,
lot of bands are self sabotaging their own careers
yeah.
for righteousness. So wow, what a mess that place is. And that's all I got to say about that. Ooh. All right, moving on here. Got the Killers. The Killers are in the headlines today. Wow, wowdy dowdy. I'm not real big on them, but whatever. But yeah, they've got two Guinness World Records, which blows my mind for a song called "Mr. Brightside." And now this is from the good folks at NME.
You talk like you don't know the song, Merv.
I honestly don't, Doc.
Oh, God, my God, you've
I
heard it.
no, I listen. I heard it today, and I
Yeah.
thought, it sounds like oh, I don't know, just another '80s pop band or '90s pop band. It just sounded
But they were
so.
recent. That's kind of their thing. Is they kind of have that retro sound a little bit. And, I don't know, for a recent band, I kind of like them. All right. And
I am
that
not familiar
was
with this
back
song.
in what,
You know,
2003 or whatever that was released. But yeah.
no, I'm not familiar with it at all. And I even listened all the way through to the chorus, which is where I'll usually, if I don't know a song, I'll usually remember the chorus. I don't know this damn song.
Really?
Ah,
Oh,
guys,
I've heard it a
a
million times. I
billion
got the
views, and I'm
CD.
thinking, well, at the same time, the stations I listen to, the music stations, they wouldn't be playing it. I don't think 100.7 would be playing it. They're harder rock than this. This seemed like just lollipop
Well, no, it's a
uh,
pop song. Yeah, it's
pop
not going to be an
song.
hard
Yeah,
rock station. But
right. But that's what I say. I've never heard this doggone song, and but a lot of people have because holy smokums, they got two Guinness World Records on that one song. As of July 4th, the track has spent a total of 416 weeks on the UK singles chart, the longest by a group as well as the most cumulative week on UK singles chart with one song. In total, that amounts to almost 8 years. Gee, boy. I'm a geezer because yeah, I swear, Doc, I'm not familiar at all with this song, and
no,
it
no, it
was
was a very popular song back in my DJ days. I used to play it a lot.
well. There you go. You
Yeah,
know,
so
you
yeah,
had
that's very,
to.
very, very
Yeah.
good song. I like it.
Okay.
Good, catchy, infectious kind of melody, kind of good sing along, kind of kind
It
of lyrics
reminded
and
me of
stuff.
that. What's
So
that one? Chemical Romance. It reminded me of Chemical Romance in a way. It just like they had that poppy type
yeah.
of deal with it. But the frontman Brandon Flowers, well, they must be British, right? I don't know.
No, no, they're from Nevada,
Oh, it's
Vegas.
infectious. It's infectious still to us. I know some people can't wrap their head around it, but you'll see the response when you see it live. It's tough not to be touched by it or be excited by it. And there's going to be people tonight who've never seen it live. There'll be some people who've seen it 45 times, and we just don't get tired of it. So, yeah, that's, there you go, man. Good for them. I don't know. Never heard it. Boy, I'm so old. I am so out of touch. I keep to myself, Doc. What do you call that?
A hermit.
I'm a hermit, Doc. Yeah, I'm a hermit. Not Herman's
Yeah,
hermit,
still
but
though, I mean, it's been out for 20 something years, man. It's kind
what
of,
do I know?
I would
I
think, inescapable, but apparently you have escaped it.
I have escaped that song. That's amazing. I'm very proud of myself for having done that. Cause yeah, it's just chemical romancy and just
I don't see where you
weird.
get that.
No,
That's a good
uh,
song. I like it.
I understand
We'll
that.
agree to disagree.
Good
But
job. See,
yeah,
there you go.
released in
Been there.
2003, and since then, 416 weeks on the chart. Beat out the previous record was Oasis, Wonderwall. You know that song?
See there, I hate that song. I hate Oasis altogether, but Wonderwall, that's like that's horrifying. So yeah, there's horrification all over the place on this article. God, Wonderwall,
Uh,
geez. Now wait a while. Well, Pink Floyd must be the album record for Dark Side of the Moon because I
right.
know they held like the longest
Oh, that,
album ever on the
yeah, that's not
charts or
so much fun.
whatever with Dark Side. But yeah, here we go. Wonderwall. God. Ooh. Ah, that's just horrible.
Yeah,
Horrible.
and it's
Here's
maintaining its popularity. It's sold stream wise. It's selling a million a year over year, and actually increasing year over year. So it's
wow.
kind of gaining momentum. You know, kind of songs kind of do that. It kind of is testament to the 416 weeks over the last 20 years. And they kind of ebb and flow and kind of come back a little bit sometimes. And
Now and then, sure. Yeah, yeah. Here's some disturbing news right here. Where are they? There they are. There's Kiss right there. All eight of them or whatever there is. Yep, eight of them. All right. Here, speaking of records and whatnot, Kiss, one of their songs has joined the 1 billion streams club on Spotify. And of all the freaking Kiss songs to hit Spotify 1 billion streams, it's like the worst song ever. I was made for loving you. That little disco thing that
right,
they were a trend band at that point. They would
I guess
whore
my
themselves
first thought
out.
probably would have been Beth. I would think maybe Beth would have gotten it, but it's kind of waned in popularity, I guess. And it was new generation. I don't know. You don't hear them talking about it too much or hear it in anything.
I would
So
think rock and roll all night, party all day, or whatever. That was
yeah, you hear
very,
that
very
or
popular.
Detroit Rock City but I was made for loving you. Yeah.
It's so horrible. Yeah, from their '79 album Dynasty,
Oh yeah.
and it just Gene hates it too. Thank
Oh yeah.
God. You know, boy, and Paul Stanley, he says it's a double-edged sword because it became a massive hit, but it was also so contrary and contradictory uh, to what we have done before. The funniest thing is when we do festivals, sometimes in Europe, where it's very much the band's quite heavy. Well, when we do an encore of Always Made for Loving You, you suddenly have all these people with spikes in their eyeballs and bones through their noses singing along. So it's a song that seems to transcend everything, although it went through a period, certainly, of a big backlash against it. And I'm still on a backlash here. And but the good thing about this song, though, they got the video is out, and if you go to YouTube and you just do a search of Dana, our viewer Dana, my friend Dana, she's gonna hate me for this. because she loves Kiss. But this song, Dana, come on, this song's horrible. So if you go to YouTube and you punch in, you search Kiss shreds, you'll come up to
Oh, the shreds are always
the
good. Yeah.
shred St. Sanders. St. Sanders on YouTube. He does shreds of all sorts of artists, and the Kiss shred is on this song, and it's a great one. You got to see it. It really, it's just terrible. I hate this song so much.
You
You know
know,
that's just a disco beat. You know.
and I'm sure Gene's wincing that of all their songs, that this is the one that hits the billion stream first. And I remember back in the day, I was that kid. Every neighborhood had one, and I was most definitely our neighborhood's Kiss fan. And I was all about them. And then this came out, and it wasn't just this song. They kind of changed their look. Then they looked like, I don't know, Vegas showgirls or something. They started getting these
Well, at
capes
some
and
point they shortened their hair too
boas
and
and
stuff. They
yeah,
went
yeah. Well,
every
that was
which way.
slightly after this, but yeah. But yeah, they just changed the whole sound of this disco thing, and it was just like, yeah, that's definitely the point of me coming off of my Kiss fandom. So
Yeah, yeah. In
it's definitely
2018,
kind of a historical mark, kind of this song. Now
it,
to be the first one to hit a billion, man.
in 2018, Simmons said he hated performing the song because he was forced to sing like his grandmother. And he said, "Well, Paul Stanley comes in and says, 'Did you write any songs?' I go, 'Oh yeah, I got one called Almost Human.' Yeah, blah 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 blah. Moving on, and then Paul comes in with his song, and Gene finds out he's got to do all the do 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 all he'll sing
Yeah,
like his grand, which is just horrible. That song is so horrible, and thank gosh he still hates it, and I can't blame him because yeah, you don't want to sing like your grandmother, and but there you go, a billion.
written by
A,
Desmond Child. People may know his name. He kind of did a lot of damage in the '80s with Aerosmith, and they
oh,
did their
oh my
sappy
God.
songs. And I think he was with Bon Jovi for some sappy songs. So yeah, he was kind of that sappy songwriter guy.
Yeah, the last line on here it says, "Stadiums full of people jump up and down like biblical locusts. They go nuts with tattoos and grills on. Ah, they're all jumping up and down, and I'm going do 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 do. Kill me now. Still to this day, I hate that song. Wow, yeah,
They
that's
still do it, or they did it till the end, I guess. But yeah,
well to the latest end. Yeah, yeah. So but oh, what a horrible song. Yeah, disco beat. Just like the Stones when they did their disco song, just to fit in with the times. What the
yeah.
hell was their disco
Miss
song?
you.
Yeah, missed you. Boom, 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 gosh.
Yeah, Rod Stewart had his. Everybody did, man. It wasn't uncommon. Well, not everybody. AC/DC never did a disco song,
They
but
just had the anniversary of Disco Demolition. I think last week. Within the last few days, yeah, Disco Demolition here at Comiskey Park in Chicago, where they blew up all the disco records, canceled the second game of the
great
doubleheader.
DJ Steve Dahl. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great times. Disco, yeah, when I was playing a rock band back then, that was like '79,
Yep.
and some freaking disco club booked us, a rock band, a disco club, a nice club. I mean, they had the stage, it was translucent and it had color, lighting up colors everywhere.
Oh, like I Saturday Night
It was the
Fever. Yeah.
greatest thing ever, and ended up having like a near riot because all we had our rocking people, our fans, friends come in, and all the disco people came in. They were pissed off that there wasn't disco music to dance to. They started having a riot and shit. One of the owners just finally got up to the mic and said that the bomb scare has been called in. We're shutting down the place. Get out. So it was a fake bomb scare, but they just wanted to clean the house and not
Yeah,
mess
yeah,
up. But there were
he probably
disco
just said
lights
that for
everywhere, and
excuse.
it was magnificent. That was a great stage, though. Nicest stage I played on, just because it lit up all over the place.
All right.
Yeah, yeah, very cool, very John Travolta
I wonder why
ish.
those went out of style, man. You think they could have, you know,
Well, the big
done
thing is
something with
now,
those?
when I'm going through well, we'll move on. We'll talk about that later. But speaking of Kiss, uh, boy, they're not the only ones with a billion, baby. I'm telling you what, we got a list here of the songs that have gone billion Spotify streams.
Yeah, for the total list, There's 682 as of July 10th. Remember, we always heard approaching 500. Well,
500?
we're well past that. So
Wow.
682 is the official count as of July 10th. And out of those 682, only a mere 70, 10% are would be rock and metal
There you go.
songs. And out of those 70, 44 bands are represented in those 70. So Queen and Red Hot Chili Peppers are the most represented with 5 each.
Wow.
AC/DC has 4, and the
Oh, yeah.
Beatles only have 1.
That blew
Now
my,
let's
wow, that sort of
talk
blew my
amongst
mind.
yourselves, try to see what that one would
It's,
be, and we'll reveal in a little bit.
that's a new age, though. Yeah, Aerosmith just 2, Dream On, and I don't want to miss a thing. That's sappy crap. They had so many good songs early on that should have a billion streams. Oh, man, dude.
Arctic Monkeys have 5 songs.
Arctic Monkeys. I'm so old, Doc. God.
Uh,
Sabbath, 1 song.
Sabbath
Paranoid.
1.
Wow.
Blink 182, All the Small Things.
Oh, yeah, I play that song. Yeah. Bon Jovi, couple, Living on a Prayer. You'll give love a bad name. R.I.P. to his mom. He passed away within the last week. So that's a bummer.
You got
But,
Brian Adams, Summer of
yes.
'69.
Oh, yeah, that's one I will never play again. Sure.
And The Clash, Should I Stay or Should I Go?
Good call. Credence, there you go. Fortunate Son. Have you seen the rain? Yeah, there could be a few more of there too, man. Susie Q. Woo. That one should have a billion. It doesn't though. Dire Straits, Sultans to Swing. A lot of good stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll tell
Eagles,
you.
only representative Hotel California.
Yeah, no surprise on that one for sure.
Yeah, but you
Man,
think
oh
they'd
man.
have 4. My God, man. The Eagles,
Yeah.
Take It
Well,
Easy, Peaceful, Easy Feeling, all the songs.
Foo Fighters only one. Everlong. I mean,
Yeah,
these
Evanescence, we
new
recorded
kids,
that one.
these new
Evanescence.
kids, a lot of the older bands, the new generation just sort of gloss over them and they go on all their newer stuff. So, I'm surprised.
Fleetwood Mac has 2.
Yeah,
Dreams totally makes sense. And the other
sure.
one would be The Chain, which,
Oh, I would think it'd
decent enough
be
song, but
like it'd
I wouldn't
be
think that would be the
Green
other one.
Manalishi. Just
You
kidding.
know?
No Green Manalishi. No,
Uh,
no. Got Green Day, Basket Case, man. Sweet Child of Mine. No, no. It's one of them songs I never want to play again. Thank you. Good night. Yeah. Good times, Doc. I'll tell you. Yeah.
Hoobastank. We got Hoobastank on there.
Oh, for crying out loud. Freaking
Journey,
A.
Don't Stop Believing, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. All sorts
The
of good stuff.
aforementioned Killers and Mr. Brightside that Murph's never heard.
I swear, I'm not familiar. I'm gonna give it another listen, but I live in a different universe than that song. I guess. Kiss, I was
Kings of
made for love.
Leon,
Jeez.
Sex on Fire.
Kiss has 1, but Lincoln Park has 3. What the hell?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Leonard
What a week.
Skinner, Sweet Home Alabama. That's the only
There you go.
one. No
See, yeah,
no full band,
our older
no
the classic groups they don't get much time. It
yeah,
is what
no
it is, though, man. It's been a crazy week. I was actually in the ER this week. I had to go visit the good nurses at the ER, and boy, oh boy, it's always a good time to see them. Love it. At this point, I almost have my own wing at the hospital, but they're all doing well. One of them had trouble popping a vein for me. I love the lab gals, though. If you ever have to go to the hospital, get the lab gals. They're the best. Love them. But all's good. All systems are go again, and things are back to normal, so to speak, and we're feeling good about that, man. So hey, it's been another interesting week in news there. Freaking A. Like I say, I'll have a concert review next show. See if I make it out of the Limp Bizkit concert. I think it's going to be pretty crazy. I hope the weather holds. We're having insane weather, Doc. Last night, big storm came
dude, I have
through.
to tell you the story. I was out in that last night, dude. Insane, dude. I'll tell you
Oh,
about it.
oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. We had about 5 miles from me. We had an earthquake here in the middle of Illinois,
That's what I heard. I
upper
didn't,
North Illinois, up in Salmonaught, which is the next town over. They had an earthquake. of course, it happened at 3:30 in the morning, and the only thing that'll wake me up in the morning it would be my dog barking because I'm in REM sleep usually about that point, so I ain't gonna wake up. But yeah, an
And when I was in the
earthquake.
Army, I was out in California, man. I've been in a couple of earthquakes. It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy, man. Yeah, it's quite an
Wow.
experience, man. Because you don't know it. All of a sudden, there's what the, it's you until you look around. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh man.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. But so yeah, it's been interesting. And apparently we're gonna get walloped again tonight. I just had one of my neighbors text me and say, "Yeah, we got another one coming in tonight because yeah, their sump went out, so they're pissed." Oh, I'll tell you, it's just yeah, it's been a really weird one. So hopefully the weather will hold up next Saturday. I can give you a good concert review. But until then, we'll see what's going on. We'll see what goes on this week. Otherwise, hopefully, politics don't get crazy. Jeez, the crazy world out there. We're trying to chill out with a little sanity here at the Rock and Roll Geezer show. So, why don't you just take us home there, Doc?
yeah, man. You kind of segued off there before I told him, but the Beatles song, the only one, "Here Comes the Sun." So that's the only Beatles song on the
A
list.
George
That
Harrison song.
I
Yeah.
would not have. That would not have been
Wow.
in my top 10 guesses. I don't think. But
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
anyway, be that as it may, yeah. Please, thanks for stopping by. First of all, appreciate that as always, and lot going on. So good to take a break from the real news and get into the rock and roll news, see what's going on there. And we do it every week. So if you'd like to stop by again, please subscribe. We'd love to have you. And until then, have a great rock and roll week, everybody. See you next.